Yeah, hello once again. We have another laptop here. Yeah, let me hide the customer's details. Here it is, or maybe I can rip this one off. I'll return it later. Yeah, so it's a Lenovo, and the sticker is written the password. I think you can see that. Something to do with password reset. The BIOS password reset. So what you are getting from this laptop here is when you insert the charger, as you can see. So what you are getting is this system password. And how do you remove this password? That is what I want us to check today. So I'll first of all go direct to open the motherboard to access the inside of the motherboard, inside of the laptop. So let's first of all get the screws, all of them. Yeah, so the board is out. So let's take the CMOS out. So let's reset the CMOS. And is the CMOS having any power? For Lenovo's, if the date and time is not well set, the machine will not start. We will have some issues of first of all set the date and time before we can go to the next step. Let's check the voltage for this battery here. Yeah, the battery has got voltage 2.98. You can check from my. And so let's see whether that password is gone after we have BIOS reset. And this machine has got some hinge issue. If you're still having password, we'll go now to the BIOS programming. We program the BIOS chip. So I don't know why I'm not having a display. What could be the issue? Is it because I've removed the BIOS battery? Or what could be the issue? I can see the display. So we still have the system password. And so at this point, I think now we may have to go to the BIOS and write a new BIOS password. And write a new firmware onto the BIOS chip. Okay. So where is the BIOS chip? Is it on the other side of the motherboard? Yeah, I think so. So I'll have to reach the other side of the motherboard to see that BIOS chip. So let's do that. So let me, I can see the BIOS chip here. The BIOS chip is here. Yeah, let's go under the microscope. Yeah, try to check whether the motherboard is having two BIOS chips so that you may not end up leaving one chip, or maybe writing the EC instead of the main BIOS chip. So try to check that. Try to be careful about it. So this is the chip. Okay, the other side. Yeah, take note of which is pin number 1. In this case, this is pin number 1. Have they marked the pin number 1 on the chip? I don't see any mark on pin number 1. So you know what? We can mark for ourselves. Can come and put a mark on this side here. And we will remember that pin number 1 was there. So let me take out the chip. Be careful not to knock off any components. Yeah, the password is, the BIOS chip is out. Yeah, I can see, yeah, we can tell which is the negative side, or the pin number 1 side. It's not going to be much of a big issue. Yeah. So let's retract the track pads. Try to, okay, where is that place there? Here it is. Yeah, we try to apply some more solder here. Yeah, so that when it's time to re-solder back the chip is going to be easy. So let's get out of microscope mode. Okay. So let me program this chip here. See whether we are going to have the problem solved. So let's put this programmer here. First of all, I have to remove the bladder. It's because a lock of a certain N75 chip broke, so I use some bladders to hold down the chip. So let me put the chip into the programmer. So be mindful of pin number 1. Yeah, so I'll have that chip. Yeah, so the chip is done writing. So let's take the chip back onto the motherboard. Are we going to need the microscope back? I don't think so. Let us solder the chip directly. Okay, we can go under the microscope. Let's do the microscope thing. Okay. I hope you remember we had our pin number 1. Where is our markup pen? You mean it's gone? Yeah, but I remember this section here was pin number 1. So let's test the pin. Are those pins soldered? Yeah, that side is soldered. What about this side? These two is soldered. So I think it's okay now. Let's just try to cool down the board with some isopropyl alcohol. Okay, out of microscope mode. Let's come back to camera mode. Yeah, let's check whether we have our password gone. I hope we have managed to remove that password, because I don't want to have time wasted on one laptop for quite long. Time is precious. The more time you waste, the less the machine you will attend to. So always try to save time, especially as a technician. Particularly as a technician, you need to manage your time very well. Otherwise, you are going to have a backlog of work. And there are technicians who have a lot of work backlog, right from whole week, from Monday, last week. Okay, I don't know whether machine will come on. Let's hope the machine is going to come on. Yeah, because when you write the wrong file on the BIOS chip, or maybe the chip is not the exact one on the exact firmware, remember the machine is not going to come on. But in this case, I see the machine is coming on. Are we going to have a display? Yes. No bootable device. Let me insert the keyboard so that we see whether if we are able to go to the BIOS section. Yeah, the password is now gone. Is it really gone? Let's see. So keyboard is on. I insert the charger. Okay, which is the boot up menu for Lenovo? Is it F12? F12? Which is which? Yeah, you can see the password is gone. Now the machine is looking for the hard disk. Okay. Is it F2 or F12? Let me try F12. Let me start again. Function. Should I have to press function? Yeah. You can see we're in the BIOS now. We are able to enter into the BIOS section. And so the password is gone. Boot option. Is the keyboard okay? Yeah, so that's it. You program the chip and write a new firmware on the chip, and you are going to get rid of that password as we have done. So I hope next time that is not going to be so much of a big deal. And remember guys, as you are using your machines, there are passwords you must refrain from setting in your laptop. The BIOS password. There's another password in the Lenovo 8th Gen. That password, by the way, removing that password is very costly. In here in Kenya, it can go up to 15,000 Kenyan shillings, and that is like $150 USD. I understand services here in Africa are a bit cheap than in the US. So when people in the US, when I say $150, you are like, that's what I get charged for a very normal repair. So what do you mean? But here in Africa, $150, that's 15,000 shillings. That's a lot of money. So refrain from setting BIOS password and system security password from your laptop. Just operate with that password for the hard disk, the administrator password on your hard disk. That is enough for you. So refrain from that if you don't want to have issues, or if you don't want to have the motherboard cost you some money, because in some laptops writing these firmwares, we buy them actually. We buy these firmwares and sometimes they are very expensive. So refrain from those password and you'll be okay. And so that's it. So let me assemble back the machine, and I'm going to show you when the everything is back on the way it was. So just a minute, let me pause. Yeah, so I think I'm done with most of the motherboard assembling. So you can see now I've inserted the disk. The hard disk is on. Should I put in the battery on? So what else is on? The keyboard and everything. Yeah, the connector on the keyboard, everything is okay. Let me put in the keyboard. Let me connect the keyboard here so that if we need to escape or maybe jump to, there are some screws that need to be fastened on this side. So let's first of all test the machine. I don't want to keep you here for too long. If the machine is okay, you just going to let you move on with what you are doing, and I can continue assembling the machine back. Let's see whether we are going to have the system password or maybe the machine will be okay. Yeah, you can see now the machine is going directly to loading the windows, and that tells you that we have been able to manage that password. And so that's it guys, that's all for today. Yeah, so take care of those passwords we have talked about, especially the BIOS password. If you don't want to have it cost you trying to remove that password is going to cost some money. The system administrator password also key. Just I think it's good to manage with your hard disk laptop or the PC laptop, the one you install, the one you put when your Windows is loaded on your laptop. I don't know whether this machine is having that kind of a password. Maybe I'll show you right away. I hope the owner has not inserted any picture on this machine. Yeah, this kind of password like the one you can see here. Just manage with this one. I know some people will tell me I use that one, it's more safer. If somebody steals my machine, it's not going to, but you know, they will do what they will do and they will still have access to that machine. This one, they'll have to delete your data. At least your data will be safe. Always have this one. But sometimes I don't see the need for the BIOS password. If somebody knows why, the most important thing why you should put a BIOS password, please let me know down in the comment section, guys, and I would be more than happy to know something new. So guys, that's it. Subscribe, like and share, guys. Support this channel, guys. We appreciate for those who have subscribed, and if you have not, please find it in yourself to subscribe, and I'll be grateful. Let's meet in the next video. Bye.